up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Come on in. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We normally do a 3-link on the back of these things. The reason we do so is so you can leave a stock fuel tank in there. On this one, we're going to be doing a 4-link out back. Not only will we be doing a 4-link, but we're also going to be running a fabricated boxed trailing arm built out of tubing and plate steel, as opposed to our normal tubing style trailing arm. We also did these things to run a 14-inch coilover instead of a 12, so the back of this thing should be getting close to 18 inches of wheel travel. On top of that, we've got a new truss that we designed in-house that we're going to be fitting on this Sterling axle. So let's get to it. So as you can see, I've already went ahead and put the frame plates on, the shock towers on, and the trailing arm brackets. So these things, we already know where they go since it's part of the kit. I didn't really want to bore you guys with having to see that. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick that shock in here, hang that trailing arm, make sure that all fits before we go any further, and then we'll start hanging some more parts. So the next thing we're going to do is hang our upper link brackets. These are a part of our 3-link kit. They normally go right here. Cool part, you can just take a second one and hang it right here. So we're going to get these set, get these tacked in, then I think we can put that truss on the axle, do the lower link brackets, bump everything out, and see what we need to do for upper link brackets. Find each other. Get them. Get them. Get them. So in order to 4-link this thing, as opposed to 3-linking it, we need somewhere to mount the links in the middle of the axle. That's where this truss comes into play. So we're going to level this thing out. We've got it set to where this thing at 0 degrees of pinion angle is flat 0 degrees as well. So we're going to fine tune that in, get this tacked, and I think we're good to hang the lower link brackets and stick it under the truck. So we got the axle in place. We're going to go ahead and lower the truck down, start getting everything situated, bolt the axle to the trailing arms, figure out full bump, get the axle all leveled, and then we're going to be taking a look at this cross member here. On the 3-link kits, we just barely clear this thing. On this setup here, we're going to have a little bit more link separation, so these will be a little bit higher than the link bracket is on the 3-link kit. So there's a pretty good chance that we're going to have to take this out. Luckily, it's only a couple rivets. This is going to get moved anyways due to the fuel cell going in the bed, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just one more little thing to handle. So why don't we go down with this thing and see what we got to do. Need to put a bit of weight back here, otherwise the truck doesn't want to go down. So let's see if that helps. Not bad, not bad. I think we will set that pinion angle close to 0, get it to actual full bump, and see how everything looks. can tell you already that this cross member's got to come out, so I think we're just going to get it out right now before clearances get any tighter, and nothing really else to it, right? Just get it out. So we got it a full bump, and it actually looks like it's going to clear. I think. Worth a try. So next up is we're going to center this axle side to side and set the pinion angle to dead zero and then build some links. Not too far off having this thing linked. So we got our tubing cut, we beveled it as well so that we obviously have a good spot for the weld to go into. I'm going to tack these on, weld them up, put some heims in there. I think all we got left is to build some upper link mounts. These things are cooled off enough. It's time to put a little bit of anti-seize in there. Put some heim joints in them. I always like to put anti-seize on the inside as I spread it on the outside of the threads as opposed to the outside. I feel like it keeps the mess down a lot and has the same final outcome. Kitty. Let's go. Come on. Good girl. Hey. Easy. Okay. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get down. No. Come on. Come on. You want to come up for the second one? Come on. Let's go. Stop. There's nothing good on this table for you to lick. I can promise you that. And now the most important part. Come here. Come here. So I got all my links set to length. trying to see if they fit under that cross member, which it looks like they do. I even remembered some bolts. There's one. All right, so that's got to go right away. That exhaust hanger there's got to get chopped off, which is no big deal. Sweet. Let's get ready to make some brackets. So I got the links in this thing. I did a little bit of sketching on my notepad. We're gonna hop on the plies table and make some brackets. Hopefully get them right the first time so we don't have to waste a bunch of time. And that's really all that's left to mock this thing up. From there, we're gonna cycle it, make sure the shock's clear, the frame rail, blah, 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 just because we haven't checked that stuff. Usually we have a pan hard bar that controls side to side movement. So we'll figure out how much it swings, how much everything clears. And then we're just gonna pull it apart and weld it all together. That's the real work. So I got my brackets made. Didn't really test fit these things before I made them, so I hope they fit. Big thing I always make sure I do when I'm building custom brackets off stuff is I always put like a 20,000 spacer in between where my heim joint goes. That way after I weld it all and get it hot and it expands and contracts, usually it leaves me a bit of clearance to put everything together. So, trying to figure out which bracket is which. And I already fucked myself. Cool. Alright, just did it backwards. You're chilling. Thought I messed up, but I didn't. Well, I still may have. Remember my spacer. Put that together. Yes. Okay, so our brackets ended up working out great. We've got these things spaced equally, they're both at the same angle. It's time for us to tack these in and cycle the suspension. So I got everything out of the way. This is our first time drooping this thing out. I took a measurement from the frame to a part that I marked on the axle so I can measure my compression length and my full droop measurement. That way I can get an idea of how much travel this does have. So we're gonna droop this thing out, take a measurement, do a little bit of math and figure out how much suspension travel we have before shocks and bump stops. So let's see what happens. There we go. Not bad. Everything looks pretty good. Pinion angle's happy. Still got room on the shock collars. And we are at 21 inches of travel here. 21 inches from the frame to the truss. We're at 3 1/4 before. So doing a little bit of math, that puts me at 17 3/4 of an inch of travel. So I'd say after bumps and straps would be right around 17 inches of wheel travel, which is plenty to match the 12 inches up front. Why don't we go ahead and flex this thing out? But we don't have enough jack, but it does cycle nicely. So, I don't know, I guess I'll grab a jack stand and finish it. Well, that ain't happening either. Now the question is, do I get the cherry picker? Or do I get the, actually I'm just gonna let the lift down a little bit. Almost. Does look good. Stoked. So I'm pretty stoked. There's a couple finishing touches we got to handle, like I got to cap the upper link brackets. Obviously everything's got to come apart and get welded, painted, yada yada yada, put back together. But for now we got a 4-link rear end, pulls about 17 inches of wheel travel. And it's cool, man. I love making new parts. I love working on trucks. I'm stoked to drop these trailing arms soon on the website, drop this axle truss, probably come out with a 4-link kit pretty soon. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.